All right, so welcome back to Dejavu Radio with our guest, Eric.
What is up? Eric Chavez here in the building, inspiring filmmaker. Can't wait to talk about what we have to talk about in this episode. I'm excited.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
having me.
Yeah, dude. Heck yeah. So, let me see. I'm getting the questions ready. I'm very professional, as you can tell.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So yeah, man. What made you want to be a filmmaker, actually, in the first place? Like,
Yeah, dude. From a young age, actually, I don't know. I was just watching like a bunch of like the older YouTube channels. Like, I give a lot of like inspiration to Smosh. They were like
oh, nice.
Yeah, Smosh, for a little bit of context, was kind of like two best friends that were just making skits on YouTube. And yeah, for a good while, at one point, they were like the most subscribed channel. And yeah, it kind of made me just want to like make short videos with like my friends and I. And at one point, we were like just posting like silly like YouTube skits. And then it kind of gave me like an idea like, like I like recording these skits. I like being in front of the camera.
Nice.
And yeah, that was kind of like my earliest memory of wanting to try to be like a filmmaker. um and then yeah, I mean, as I grew older, like, middle school, early high school, I kind of wasn't really like my focus. It wasn't like until like, I want to say like my junior senior year, where I kind of got back into film, watching like these old like Tarantino films,
Hey.
Scorsese, a lot of these like top notch directors got me back into filmmaking. And yeah, and then that's when my senior year I decided to make another funny skit with my buddy. And then I kind of took a liking to that, and that's when I from there just applied to Cal State LA, and I got into the film program. And yeah, that's kind of what got me like my earliest memories of filmmaking, just watching YouTube videos, and then being with my friends making them, and just watching very good movies that just to learn more.
Nice, dude. Dang, I didn't know that. I know that you had a YouTube. Or do you still have the YouTube
Yeah, I
channel?
still have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I was watching a few of the films on there, and I was watching the one uh, in the shopping mall where the guy comes at him with the
Oh,
knife.
yeah,
I
yeah.
like that one.
Thank you, bro.
That was pretty good. I also saw that you did one where you interviewed a guy at a movie store. He was like a movie rental place.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I was like, hey, I was kind of like inspired off that
Is
too.
it
I was like,
is it the one with the glasses, or the guy with the long hair? I mean, no. I'm sorry. The guy with the glasses or the guy with the mustache?
I think it was the guy with the mustache.
Okay. That's a little bit of context. So that project was for a class. So we went into to that film store, and the owner wasn't fond of us.
Oh.
And I like that guy. Shout out to Mario, the interview guy. He was cool. So then when so the next day we booked another interview with another employee, and then me and my buddy were waiting for like 15, 20 minutes, and yeah, nothing happened. We're like, what's going on? And that's when the owner came out. He didn't want us to be filming anyone anymore.
Oh, dang.
So originally that video was supposed to be like a much like it was supposed to be like a better video. Could possibly been like a 10 minute, but in my YouTube video it's like a 5 minute thing. But
Yeah,
it's still cool though. I mean, Video Tech, check it out. They're in Highland Park. Recommend. Even though there's some, I wouldn't say bad blood with the owner, but just things weren't in the right place. But I do recommend checking out that movie store. It's pretty cool.
Nice. I will, honestly, because like we don't have a streaming service anymore. Well, we have like Amazon Prime, so like we've been buying DVDs and stuff in my house. So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go down there.
Yeah, dude, check it out. I highly recommend.
But yeah,
It's like a library just full of like just DVDs. It's sick.
that's cool. Nobody really goes to like movie stores anymore.
No, yeah, that's why we wanted to make a film about it, because like those were some of the questions, like how has this place lasted long, and like it's really great interview. If you guys want to check it out, we could put it in the link in the
Yeah.
description.
We'll link Eric's channel
Yeah, of course.
I'll figure out how to link it. No, I'll link it. But yeah, man. Do you have any music that like, cause music for me is like, it's like my biggest like inspiration like
Yeah.
of all time. Um, do you find your creative process like influenced at all by the music you listen to, or like does it like is do you ever hear a song? I know there's like two separate questions, but do you ever hear like a song and you're like, oh, I could like, oh, now I have an idea for like a film or like a scene or something.
Yeah, dude, of course, bro. It's mainly a lot of like the oldies, well, like old school music. Like I feel like any music from like the 50s to like the 90s, you could like just place any of the tracks onto a film and it could be like a great scene. And yeah, every time I listen to like a really great like old school song, I think of my head like, oh, this would be like a great song to put in a movie. And yeah, definitely like music does take a little bit of some inspiration when trying to work with films. And I think just in general like music is one of the key components like when it comes to filmmaking because
Wow.
I feel like in some scenes you need some type of music to whether it's trying to tell the story or just different elements of storytelling when it comes to it.
That's cool. Do you have like, are you listening to anybody like specific right now or?
I mean, recently I got into the Smiths,
Hey.
the Strokes, Arctic Monkeys.
Hey, you're speaking my language.
Yeah, dude. It's, who else? I think that's about it. But yeah, I just like listening to like these like indie old. Oh, even The Cure, love The Cure.
Curious.
Even like these like old like indie alternative bands. Like it's really really great music that you would love to put it on a film.
That's sick, man. I saw a video of The Cure the other day on Instagram. It was like when they were still like teenagers,
Yeah.
and like the dude didn't have like the crazy hair yet or anything, and it was like their first album. I was like, dang, dude, they go hard even then. Like
Yeah.
they're just like, and they were kind of more like post punk at the time, so it was more like
Mhm.
energy. It was like less. It was still kind of goth, or indie, and like,
Yeah.
but it was just trip. I was like, what the heck? And they were just like, yeah. I was like, dang, that's sick. But yeah, do you really? I guess speaking of genres of like film and movie,
Yeah.
do you actually have like a favorite genre of film, or is it kind of just like everything?
I mean, I feel like I like horror and like psychological thrillers are like my favorite genres. Mainly because also like from a creative standpoint, they're very like fun to write and make. Um, I mean, I do love a little sometimes of comedy like the 2000s comedy movies are like one of my favorite genres. But yeah, I would say like comedy and like horrors are like one of my like favorite genres to make.
Nice. What's your favorite horror movie? Shoot.
Would you consider Scream to be a horror movie?
Come on, man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Scream
No,
is.
I would say so.
Yeah, Scream is one of my favorite like horror slasher films. And speaking of Scream, that's kind of where I took inspiration for my new upcoming short film, Go to Sleep. It's pretty much about this. It takes place in college.
Oh, cool.
So a little bit when I was writing it, I was trying to like writing it as if like I'm the main character, cause like my middle name is Nathaniel, and so the main character's name is Nathan.
Hey.
And so when I was writing it, I was like kind of writing it as like it was me. And yeah, it's pretty much it takes place in college. It's about this young freshman named Nathan. He kind of trying to just get that college experience, settle into the lifestyle, just get ready for college, and like he has this roommate. He's a bit of like an isolated person, and I mean he kind of doesn't really think of anything much of it. It's not until later in the film we kind of get to see some more like I don't want to spoil it, but more like a deeper reasoning like why this person is very like isolated and just to himself. And yeah, it's I'm very excited. This is like my first short film that I got a chance to write and direct.
Nice.
We're still in the editing process, but I mean I'm always constantly checking in with my team. We're like about 30 minutes into the film.
Nice. Dang. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I'm really glad it's coming together because our crew was about like 20, 30 people, and
Whoa,
yeah,
dang.
it was definitely one of the most stressful yet fun time of my life. And yeah, I know there's definitely like a lot of like self-doubt when I was directing it, like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna come out good, like, is this gonna match? And when I was looking at the editing, I was like, yes, I'm glad that it came out. And yeah, like the film, I can't wait for it. It's gonna be great. We're hoping to have it ready by next semester, hopefully. I want to say late January, early February, but who knows? It's no rush. At the end of the day, everyone there, that they're all students. Nobody was getting paid, so you can't really push people, or not say like, you can't really be like, hey, I want this done like by next week, because at the end of the day, they're like, everyone's working for free.
Yeah.
You can't really tell them what to do because they're not really getting paid and stuff. But back to that. Yeah, it's a really great movie. There's a party scene, couple kill scenes, and yeah, I'm excited. Go to sleep next year. It's gonna be great.
Dang. Well, you heard it here first, people. Go to sleep. Yeah. But yeah, man, I want to see that actually. It sounds cool. Let me know when it comes out.
Oh yeah, of course, dude. We'll have like a screening.
Heck yeah.
And then our goal is to just do film festivals and just maybe just hopefully it gets picked up. Maybe who knows, but from there work on the next short film. When I mentioned it was like the most stressful yet fun times of my life, it was. And after we had finished, I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad that like we're done. And then, it stopped.
I just stopped. No, you're good. You can keep talking because this one's rolling.
Oh, okay, for sure. So yeah, after it was done, I was itching for more directing projects, and luckily, I've got right back into projects. But yeah.
Alright, we're good. That's cool though, man. Sorry about that. Do you know how to work? Well, I'm pretty sure you do actually. Would you mind taking a look at that camera after?
Yeah.
So we can see like what the deal is with that. Sorry about that, people. I was just getting comfortable too then. But yeah, man, do you have any like tips or like any advice for like young filmmakers, like people in high school or like?
Yeah, for sure.
coming up?
Definitely like start as early as you can. That's something that I didn't do. I wish, if I had gotten into film at an early age, especially during high school, I would have made like just tons of like short projects and skits with a bunch of your friends. So I recommend starting early is probably like the best advice I could give to people. And it's always a fun time just making content with your friends. And also to just try to watch like a bunch of like really great films, directors, just trying to learn, trying to find your like style. And even like watching like behind the scenes content is also a great advice as well. Just start early.
That's cool, man. I've been watching like super old school movies, like 20s and like 30s, I guess. I've been watching like Buster Keaton films.
Okay.
Because like I'm only working with like one camera. And I don't have like a cameraman or a crew or anything, so I like watch how he does his films, and he just like sets up the camera, and then like we'll piece things together. So yeah, it's crazy where you could find different inspiration from.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So at what, I guess this is like a two-part question. Like at what age did you like really like, oh, I want to like make movies?
I want to say, I mean, yeah, it was right after I graduated high school. I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to make films that could tell stories and can keep people interested, and just create a story that people would like could watch forever.
Nice.
And yeah, when I had graduated high school, it was actually like the first year of COVID, so it was a little bit of a bummer because everything was online. So I didn't really get a chance to connect with a lot of friends that I have today. And yeah, definitely, I do think like the first online COVID session was a little bit tough, but I still managed to just keep my composure and just kind of like I said, just watch films and try to make a little skit here and there. And yeah, I mean, thankfully after that, been able to connect with some really great people in my life. And yeah, it's been a journey. Just, yeah, right after high school, just I want to do this.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
What was do you have like a film that really like sparked you as far as like, oh, this is the first movie that really made me like, oh, like an awakening moment?
Yeah,
Was there
for
a film
sure.
like that?
Yeah, it was actually when there's actually two films. The first film is this film called Super 8 by J.J. Abrams. It's kind of like, I want to say based in the 70s. It's like a group of like kids just trying to make a short film. And while they're making a short film, like this alien like invades like their little small town. And very interesting. I think Spielberg also produced it. And yeah, it's honestly, I want to say like it's like Super 8 walked so Stranger Things could run.
That makes sense.
you
I can see that.
I feel like Stranger Things took a lot of inspiration from Super 8, and like if you just like watch like if you watch Super 8, you could kind of get similarities. Um but yeah, it's pretty much like one of the first films I was inspired to make, like, oh, like these kids are making short films, like I want to do this. And yeah, it's a really cool movie. And then when I got older, it was actually Joker, the
Oh, cool.
Joaquin Phoenix 2019 film. I remember watching it in the theaters for the first time and just being amazed by like by Joaquin Phoenix's like acting and Todd Phillips, the director, just his shots and cinematography, everything, just like you could feel like that New York old school style. And yeah, it's a very interesting story. And yeah, I think just that short film of, I mean, that film with the Joker is like another inspiration. Like, yeah, I wanna do this. I wanna be making films like this that keep people like invested. And that was one of the movies that got me like, oh shoot, like I want to make this. Yeah.
Dude, seriously, like 2019, now that like I don't know what it was, dude. Like 2019, all the films that year, it felt like there were so many good films that year. There was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Yep.
Joker, I think it was either Endgame or
Yeah. Endgame.
yeah, right, it was Endgame, huh? And I think Captain Marvel, I don't know. That was still like cuz it was leading up to Endgame, you know, so it
Oh
was
yeah.
like still hype. And I don't know, there was a few other ones that were like really good. That was the year where I was like, "Dang, I might get into filmmaking."
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
and it slowly kind of like that's when I was like I started writing my own stuff on my phone, and then like I started looking up like cuz I always liked writing. I
Mhm.
just I tend to procrastinate sometimes.
Yeah.
So like when I would be in English class, like they'd be like, "Oh, here's this test or whatever you have to write," and I would be like, "Oh, writing." Like,
Yeah.
and then it was like, "Oh, you got 15 minutes left," like before the class ends, and I'd just like I'd
Mhm.
just start writing everything, and then the teacher would always be like, "Wow, like that was pretty good," and I was like, "Really?" Like I didn't want to
Yeah.
do it or whatever. Like, but as I got older, I kind of I still procrastinate, but um, yeah, I was like, you know what, I could write.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what really got me into it. And then I started looking into how do you make a film and like, you know, I started getting really influenced by Tarantino, like how he's like, you don't, you know, you could just watch films and if you love films enough, then you can make a movie.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's where that's like I say I'm from the school of Tarantino, you know.
Yeah, you don't really. I feel like there's some points. I mean, some ways that you don't really need to go to film school to be a filmmaker.
I think it
Um,
definitely helps though. Like,
yeah, I do think it helps to some extent, but yeah, like just watching short films and like watching BTS or even like watching like if you buy like a copy of like Pulp Fiction, like a physical DVD, and like if you watch like Tarantino's like narration, like his whole
oh shoot. Nice.
like that's like film school 101 right there. Or even like a David Fincher film, like if, by like Fight Club, just watch
Dude, I love Fight Club.
just watch like, you know, like the director speaking about the film. You could learn something like that right away. But yeah, I mean, to some extent, film school is a good place to network and learn some things. A funny instance, when I was working on a set, someone asked me, "Yo, pass me the Gary Coleman,"
Oh no.
and I was like, "What?" And I'm walking back like, Gary Coleman. I searched it up. I was like, this is a name. This is an actor. And then I was like, I'm asking the guy like, what the fuck's a Gary Coleman? He's like, bro, they don't teach you that in film school. I'm like, no, bro. And I found out that Gary Coleman is a small C stand.
Oh shoot.
It's pretty much, it's like one of these stands, just a little bit smaller. So that's why people are like, yo, pass me Gary Coleman. Right away, I'm like, okay, it's a small C stand.
Was he like a small actor?
Yeah, it's a small actor.
That's pretty good. I've had some experiences like that on set. I've only been on a few sets, like from my working with my homies and stuff. But yeah, there's stuff like where they're like, oh, Apple Crate, yeah, can I get it Chicago or whatever? Or, like, they'll be like messing around. They'll be like, oh, hey, like they'll purposely call out the names because sometimes they're a little like they can be like a little ridiculous or whatever if you don't know them.
Yeah.
And they were purposely like messing with me, and I was like. And then like they would tell me after, oh no, that's like Chicago's like this or like
and in New York,
yeah,
that's
Los
funny.
Angeles, and I was like, so that's like all I know. It's just the Apple Crate.
Yeah.
But no, I think film school is really cool because a lot of my friends that are in film have gone to film school and stuff, and like there's a big difference between the way their films look and the way my projects look. So I'm like. Oh yeah, that must be good for something.
Yeah. I mean, if you necessarily don't have like the funds, then like that might not be the best route. But yeah, for sure, like any type of learning like is always gonna be the best bet. And luckily for me, I've had a great opportunity being a part of like the film school at Cal State LA, and I've learned a lot. And yeah.
My bad. I mean to look at the camera.
No, you're good, dude. I'm looking at the camera. Is that okay?
No, it's all. You can
okay,
do it
bro.
wherever you want. Hey, look at that. Shoot.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Yeah. Shoot. I just threw it off.
No, you're good, dude.
Let me see. So, what kind of cameras do you use? Like, do you have like a specific camera that you're like, oh, this is my go-to camera, or like, and I guess in part two, have you ever worked with like film cameras, like Super 8 or anything?
No, I haven't worked with Super 8. I would love to be able to work, like a film camera, like a Super 8. That'll be pretty cool to make. But I mean, I've always been working with Blackmagic, 4K, 6K. They're kind of like the first camera that I kind of used in Cal State LA, because that's all they have, and it's a very nice camera to learn. It's really great quality. I've also used like an iPhone, dude. Like an iPhone, you can make. There's iPhones nowadays that have like really great lenses. You can make some super dope content there. A Nikon. I've used Nikons. It was like one of the first cameras that I owned, which was pretty cool. I necessarily haven't worked with these cameras, but I've been on set where they've been operated, which is a Red Komodo, which is probably like
I've heard of those.
One of the better cameras to at least own or use like on sets. Same with the Arri Alexa, like Arri Alexa minis. Those like the go-to like industry standards, like Netflix uses those cameras.
Dang.
It's really like huge setup, dude. Like you need like 2 people maybe to like set it up. Those are like really nice cameras to own.
That's really cool. Damn.
And what also another funny story is I was working with these old school filmmakers, like they're probably like from like the 90s or 80s or 80s, and it was the first time working on a Blackmagic.
Oh dang.
And they were like asking like somebody like me, like a young guy, like 20-year-old guy, oh, how do you do this, how do you do that? It was just funny, just like a generation standpoint, like dang, just kind of like the new wave of filming. And then he even brought like his old school like tungsten lights, and I was like,
that's cool.
Let me show you what these lights could do. I'm on the app changing colors, and he was just like amazed. Yeah.
different realm of possibility and stuff. Shoot.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference? I'm gonna
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
and
yeah.
walk. Do you have a preference between like film versus digital at all, or are you like a stickler? Like, if I guess a better way to ask it, in a perfect world where you have like an unlimited budget, would you prefer to go with film or digital?
Mm, I mean, it would be interesting to work a film camera. Um, I just don't really have that much knowledge of film, so I think if I had like a good budget, I might just want to roll with the digital camera.
I feel that. I've heard like a lot of the pros of working digital too is it's you can like edit on the spot, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
and you could like look back and do playback and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Cause I have. What's that sound? Oh, that's the house. Never mind.
No, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like film cameras are cool, but I don't really have that much experience. But I mean, regardless, like film and digital, it has its pros and cons.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I have a Super 8 camera.
Okay.
Is it a Super 8? It's something 8. It's like 8mm, I think. And
Nice.
I got it at the same time I got that one. So I haven't used it because like the film costs like $50
Yeah.
and it's $50 to develop. So they're like, yeah, just shoot me $100, you know. And I'm like, all right, and then you can cash it in whenever. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it for like a scene in a film where the music is kind of like more like old school, kind of like, and it sounds more like it's recorded like, well, you know, it sounds more old school. So I'm gonna like kind of use that to like film that part on film, and then what's cool is that place they could digitize the film, so like it's how you film it on film, but then they give you the copy on film, and then they also give you like a digital version.
Okay, like on a like a card or something.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So I'm looking forward to using that, but I just gotta make sure everything's like cool. I don't want to just waste film, you know, and just all right, cut.
Yeah.
Fucked now.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, how do you think it is being? What's it like coming up as an artist or director, filmmaker in California? Do you think it's yeah? What's it like for you? How's your journey been? I guess.
I mean, luckily, I mean, people that live in like, I mean, I've been like, I would say somewhat like blessed that I was born near LA, because I know a lot of people that are born like the Midwest, and like they gotta like quit their jobs and just drive all the way to LA to pursue this career, and shout out to those people. And I guess I've been blessed to live near LA, and that's kind of like the capital of filmmaking to some extent. And yeah, I mean, luckily I've been able to, like, every project that I've worked on, it's just like anywhere from like a 30 to like 40-minute drive, thanks to being in Los Angeles. And yeah, I guess just being born and raised here in California, it's been a interesting journey. I definitely would wonder sometimes, like, how would my journey be if I was like born in, like, I don't know, like Montana or
Yeah.
New Mexico or something.
Dang, I feel that, dude. Like, that's another reason too why I really feel like I do feel like extremely lucky and blessed, like, to be here, because I have a friend from Iran, and he was born there, raised there. He's in Turkey right now, going to school, you know.
Yeah.
And we met. Well, we didn't meet, but you know, online we got to know each other in like 2019. And we bonded over like American films, you know, because all the films that were coming out, I was like, "Oh, have you seen this?" And he was like, "Yeah, oh, I love Tarantino and all."
Yeah.
That. So, I don't know. That's what I like about film too. I'm going off topic a bit, but I feel like film and art is like a language that everybody can see and speak and kind of like understand, you know. So that's why I really like this kind of stuff, and I feel blessed to be here because. And it feels more realistic and more possible because it's like, well, we're here.
Yeah.
You know, so we can do it. I know people are going to be like, oh, you can't do it or whatever because you don't this or you that. And it's like, well, I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it, you know. It's either you can go in with that mindset or you can go in kind of trying to like, well, I'm going to give it my best shot, you know, and something's bound to stick. because
Yeah.
this is if it's gonna happen anywhere, you know,
Yeah.
here's the place.
Yep.
So that's why, man. It's a that's why I want to do my part with this whole situation, you know. So I try to kind of
Mm-hmm.
connect the dots for people, and yeah, who knows? Maybe one day I'll be able to like get a crew together of people, and we'll like do something more solid.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, let's see. What else? I think I have a few more questions here. Oh shoot! I'm already like through most of them. No way. I think I did all of them already.
Nice.
What? Wow. All right. Well, I'm just gonna shoot the shit then.
We could do like maybe like your favorite directors or films.
Yeah.
or,
What's
like,
your favorite
what's-
director, man? That's
Yeah.
one I was. I forgot to write that one down. Shoot.
No, you're good, dude. I mean, one of my my two favorite directors is Edgar Wright and Damien Chazelle. Both have different styles, and just with Edgar Wright, he makes like a lot of these like adult comedy movies with like Shaun of the Dead, Scott Pilgrim, like Baby Driver. Those are really
Oh, I didn't know he did Baby Driver too. With that.
yeah, like so those Edgar Wright is like one of my favorite directors. Just like his style is so different and like innovated, and like he's just an amazing. He's just that guy. He's him, and with Chazelle, I feel like both Chazelle and Edgar Wright, they have like no bad movies. With Chazelle, you know, you have like Whiplash, you have
that's a great movie.
you have La La Land,
That movie too, dude.
First Man, Babylon. It's like he has like no like bad movies, and I want to give a shout out to him because he's one of like my inspirations to making like short films as well. With Whiplash and La La Land being like one of my favorite movies of all time.
I love La La Land.
Yeah, dude. When I had watched La La Land, I was like, dang, this is cinema at its best. And yeah, it's crazy for him to win to be like the youngest director to win an Oscar, and like yeah, dude, like Chazelle and Edgar Wright are probably one of my favorite directors of all time.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
I'm super basic with my directors. I'm one of the Scorseses and the Tarantinos and the who's someone else, you know, those kind of guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Spielberg. You know, for me, because that's what I grew up with. You know, and now I'm starting to be able to branch out into like more a bit niche directors, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But so, you're a director, right?
Yeah, more of a director, DP. Every now and then, I'll work in the grip electric department.
Nice. Do you like writing? Do you write anything? as
Oh
well?
yeah, of course. I wrote Go to Sleep.
Oh, cool.
And I have some other projects that I wrote that I'm hoping to maybe one day direct. But yeah, dude, I feel like for me, I would rather write something. I mean, I feel like I would rather like direct or DP something that I wrote, because it's my story. I could tell that story.
Yeah. that
Like
makes
if
sense.
somebody tries to give me a script that they wrote, I feel like I would want to do some things differently, and I wouldn't want to like change their vision, because at the end of the day, it's what they wrote, and for me, I'd rather do something that I'm writing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a whole. What I've learned is like it's a whole system. Like
Yeah.
working on a film, it's like. It's kind of amazing how many people it takes to put just one film together. Like.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like, damn, dude. I didn't realize it till I was on set, and there was this one time where I was like, it was my first time on set, and I was like, hey, like the director was talking to the camera op, and was talking to like the guy who they were working for basically, and they were trying to come up with this idea, and then I was like, hey, I have an idea, and like I said something, and they all looked at me, and they just went, and they just kept talking, and I felt like, what, you know? I mean, I was like, my ego got like shanked, you know? I was like, they didn't listen to me, and like. Now I realize it's like, well, yeah, they gotta chop, they gotta get this out. They're like, okay, yeah, whatever, dude. Like, you know, that wasn't an idea we're gonna go with. We're moving on. Like, so that kind of made me like realize like, whoa, like yeah, everybody's like really gotta be on their game and like it's yeah. So I can see what you mean by it. I would feel very pressured to direct somebody's thing.
Yeah,
As
for
far as
sure. I do. There's some examples where I guess like people that don't really have that much experience try to chime in on the vision, and like luckily for your instance, they were kind of just like chill about it. But
yeah.
there's some instances where like they'll be like, "What the fuck? Like, who are you?"
Dang.
And like I just some instances you might want to just best to keep those those advice in your head. Like there was an instance where a few people were chiming in on this person's project or idea, and then the director kind of just snapped off on them.
Ooh,
So just
dang.
best bet just if let's just say if you're just kind of like a PA
Yeah,
or something.
that's exactly what I was.
Just stay in your lane. Don't mess with the vision that they're trying to go for.
Yeah, I learned that. I didn't even learn that the hard way. That's the funny part. And like at the time, I was just like, you know. And now, like, it's funny hearing you say that because you're like, yeah, dude, like, they went easy on you. Like,
Yeah.
dang. So yeah, I guess another. Got lucky there. Shoot.
Yeah.
But yeah, what? How do you find your work? Like, as far as like in the film industry, is it usually word of mouth, or is there like a website you go through, or like
Yeah.
Facebook?
I mean, always something that you learn from like school or like any advice is always going to be like the connections.
Makes
And
sense.
and luckily I do sometimes get my projects just like connections, just working with people from another project bring me on to this other project. It's just trying to develop a good relationship with that person. Like for instance, like if you're working on someone's project, you know, always I would say like if you're a PA, like always try to be like offering waters, ask you know, just trying to do like simple nice things that people are gonna remember you by. And be like, okay, I like this person. He offered me water and he did this task really easily. Like I want to bring him on the next project. Just doing like simple things like that, and then yeah. Also, I guess with me being in Cal State LA, we have like this film club, and so there's people always posting, like projects like, hey, I need this person to do this and that. Luckily, I'll just reach out to them, and luckily like at the Cal State LA film community, we all like know each other.
Oh, cool.
So like okay, like we know Eric, he's solid. And then yeah, I do recommend also online like backstage, even sometimes Craigslist they always post.
Oh shoot.
They post some crew gigs, which I've gotten a few gigs from backstage and Craigslist, which I do recommend checking out. But yeah, like I said though, um, just always being like the nice person on the set, and that way just staying in touch with people, like try to get contacts, be like, hey, my name is this and that. I was on this project with you. You know, hope you have a good rest of your day, and you know if you ever need an extra helping hand, bring me along.
Yeah, that sounds yeah, and I guess the inverse would also be true too. Like if you're a dick on set, people would be like, yeah, not that guy, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
He's not him.
Yeah, and like I've done that in the past where people have like reached out to me. They're like, hey, do you need an extra hand? And I was like, I kind of remember you kind of being somewhat of a dick on this other set. So I'm like, no, thank you, dude.
Makes sense. Let me check to see if this one's still recording. Oh, I guess this one might be maxed out. Yeah, iPhone storage is full.
For sure.
If you want, you
We're-
want to keep going?
How much have we done?
Let's see. I think we've done. I'll check this one out right here. We've done 40 minutes and 41 seconds.
For
We can
sure.
keep going though if you want. Because it's right now it's just that camera
Okay.
and the audio.
Yeah, I mean we could just. Well, how long was you guys and James? Like an hour?
Like an hour. About an hour.
Yeah, we could just do an hour. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm down. So let me see. What do you think about Jaws, the movie?
Oh, dude. Oh, speaking of Jaws, that's also like one of my favorite films growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
I have like a great memory of like going to like Universal Studios and like seeing like the shark just coming out of the tram. And yeah, that's like one of my earliest memories of watching like of Jaws, just like watching it at home and just being like freaked out of like the shark. I remember like going to like a pool, like dude, I want to get freaking died by a shark. And yeah, Jaws is like a really great film, like
The
great
pool
great
shit.
summer film for sure. Spielberg at his best.
What do you think is better, Jaws or Jurassic Park?
I would say, I mean, from like a nostalgia standpoint, I would say Jaws because it has more of. I mean, for me,
What? No, I was kidding.
it has more of a like
No,
connection with me because I grew up watching Jaws. I would say Jaws.
I feel that. I think, to be honest, I think Jaws is like almost like it might be a. It's it's a freaking perfect film. It really is. Like as like from looking at it like a cinema standpoint, and for me, I have more. I grew up like loving dinosaurs and stuff. So
Yeah.
like for me, I love Jurassic Park, but Jaws, it really is like you could put Jaws on at any time, and you're like, oh yeah, it's Jaws. Like yeah, I'll watch Jaws. You know,
Yeah.
or like same with Jurassic Park, but Jaws is a little more. I don't know. There's something about it. It just resonates. But. So, all right, if you had to put a list of like your top 5 most influential film or favorite films together for yourself, what do you think they would be?
Mm, interesting. I want to say, I think Super 8 has to be in there.
Nice.
I think La La Land has to be in there.
I just saw that movie this year.
Nice. I would say Joker has to be in there. Is it more of like my favorite films or like films people should recommend watching?
Anything, any like
Okay.
if top 5 films that have affected you the most or that you just
Okay.
like you know,
Okay,
you're just
yeah.
like, oh, this movie.
Yeah, for sure those 3. Trying to remember that affected me the most. For now, I'm gonna put Whiplash in there, and if something comes up, I might take it out. Let me try to see. I like Superbad.
Hey, that's a good movie.
That's a good movie. Um, yeah, I don't know. Those are kind of like one of my favorite movies to watch. I like Step Brothers.
Oh, Step Brothers is solid, dude.
That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I think it would have to be Super 8, La La Land, Step Brothers, Superbad, Joker, Whiplash. I'm trying to remember what.
Jaws. No, I'm just kidding.
Jaws.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that might be my list. Oh, well, actually, I love Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Dude, that's like the indie, like, pristine.
Yeah, that's actually one of my
like,
favorite movies too.
It brings me back. Like, when I watch it, it brings me back to, like, middle school, high school, like, when it came out. That's, like, where I was, I think. And I don't know. It's just, I remember I saw one time when I was sick,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, what is this? Is this a video game, a comic book?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a movie? Like,
Mhm.
it was great.
I like the movie Drive by Ryan Gosling with Ryan Gosling.
That's cool, too.
That's a cool movie.
It's super like style. I remember I came home from work one time and I was working at the Goodwill, and I was walking home and my buddies hit me up to like, hey, come through. Like, we're just chilling, you know, drinking beer, watching a movie. And I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. And I was like, I'm not doing anything. So I went over and they were watching Drive, and it was on the scene. Spoilers, where he's in the motel and like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
that
yeah.
whole shootout that happens,
Yeah.
and I was like, what are you guys watching? What the heck?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's called Drive. I was like, damn, all right, shoot. Freaking crazy, dude.
Yeah, man. Also, Back to the Future.
Ooh.
One of my favorite movies for sure. Dude, my list is everywhere. it's hard to pick a top 5, but
Dang, Back to the Future is good too. It's like an action adventure comedy.
Yeah.
Like it's everything.
my I hope one day, I want to say next year, to make a Back to the Future like story. And yeah, just trying to write it and maybe try to put it out there and direct it. Try to tell an interesting story in a way where like some fans won't be like, oh, like why the hell did this guy make a Back to the Future 4? Like, don't mess it up. The trilogy's fine. So I'm trying to, hopefully this new year, I could try to be able to write a Back to the Future 4 in a way that people would be satisfied. But at the end of the day, people are gonna have opinions on it. They're not
People
gonna
will never be satisfied.
Yeah, they'll never be satisfied.
People don't know what they want.
I'm hoping next year I could try to write my own version of Back to the Future 4 and trying to tell that story, but we'll see.
I got a plot line right here. There's a high school kid or college kid, and he's running away from some bullies or something. He ends up in a garage, and there's the DeLorean, or in like a locker, and he's like, "What is this?" And the kids come after him, and he drives away, and then he goes back. There you go, man.
I'm trying to see if I want to, for my story, I want to see if I want to include Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd's character into the story, or kind of just like a standalone. Because I'm thinking maybe like it could be like Michael J. Fox's kid, or it could just be like a whole different story. But we'll see. It's just an idea for now.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It's not a bad idea. Like,
yeah.
I heard that's actually how a lot of, like, if you pitch a script to someone like a producer or something, that's how they're actually like, oh yeah, you got talent, kid. You know, like if you use characters that are already established, like if you write, for instance, like an episode of like Scooby-Doo or something, and like because then they can see how well you write using existing characters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something. It sounds even. It's a good exercise, regardless. You know.
Yeah.
So I think you'll benefit from it.
For sure.
But yeah, man. So where do you get your film equipment from, and like your lights and all that? Or is it kind of here, there, everywhere?
This video is sponsored by Aperture Lighting. Shout out Aperture Lighting. Aperture's
just put like the only edit in the whole video.
Yeah, dude. I mean, a lot of my lighting comes from Aperture. They're probably one of the best lighting equipment to use. I see some sets, a lot of sets, they use a lot of Aperture lighting, which are these. And yeah, it's just with them. Film Tools is also a good website. You even get stuff on like OfferUp. Good website to use too. But yeah, dude, those are pretty much like just a few general like websites you could probably get.
Yeah, I'm trying to look into getting some. I have some, dude. I bought some lights from Home Depot, like, cause they're on sale.
The light bulbs.
I bought one of those the other day too. Oh, I want to use that. You actually reminded me. I bought these. It was overkill, dude. I was like, oh yeah, I could use these to shoot at dark, and they're like construction lights, so they're like super bright. And when I put them on, I'm like, dude, this is just gonna like completely destroy the like.
Oh, it lit up the whole space, or?
Yeah, they're not very adjustable. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Like, inexpensive lighting, you know. But,
yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking of getting this shot though, where it's like a silhouette, so there's like a sheet, and like you just see. I use one of those really strong lights to like cast like a shadow, so like you just see the shadow moving, and it's like
okay.
So yeah,
that's cool.
So that's what I'm gonna use them for, but other than that, I'm kind of like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what that is. Yeah. La 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 la. Are you a fan of live music at all?
Like concerts, or yeah, dude. I'm always down for a concert.
Nice. What's the last concert you've been to?
Let me see. Did I go to one this fall? Did I go to one in the summer?
It's been a minute for me, to be honest.
I feel like I saw someone this year. Who the heck did I see? Let me remember. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Dang, I can't think of the top of my head this year. I might have just gone last year, but I know I saw somebody. Let me think. March. Oh, wait. I think I remember who I saw. September. Nothing in September. Okay, I saw as a fan standpoint, I saw this artist named Spencer Sutherland. He's a pretty cool artist. I would say he makes like a lot of like pop, pop and like upbeat songs. And then recently, I was able to shoot for two bands in the LA area,
Oh, cool.
and it was cool being able to kind of just shoot their performances, and they're all jamming out with like a rock, indie alternative bands, which was cool. But yeah, from like a fan's point, I saw Spencer, and then from like a career standpoint, I was at that concert shooting for them.
That's cool. Dang.
Yeah.
Was it like a live performance and they were actually like performing, or was it like?
Oh yeah, yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Dang, that's really
Yeah.
cool. I want to do that. Shoot, I want to, but I don't know which end would I be on. Would I be
Yeah.
on the performing end? No, I was kidding. Or would I be on the camera end? No. But that's cool. Yeah, if I ever do any like performances like that though, I'll let you know. Shoot.
For
That'd be
sure,
cool.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I used to go to more I might go to one. What's today? I'm gonna go to something on Thursday. With my
Nice.
friend. He's like performing at it's like a bookstore,
Okay.
and it's like a jazz gig that he has.
Nice. I love jazz.
Yeah, hey, come down if you want. Shoot, I'll shoot you the info if you want.
For sure.
But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Other than that, I haven't gone to very many things.
Yeah.
Lately. I saw Paul McCartney last year. That was sick.
Nice.
Really cool.
Just performing like Beatles songs.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted him to play more Beatles songs, and I think he even knew. It was pretty funny. He was playing, and then like he stopped to like talk for a bit, and he was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna play some songs off of my new album or whatever." And he's like, I know you guys want me to play Beatles songs."
Yeah.
He's like, "Trust me, I could tell the difference. I see your guys' lights and stuff when I play the Beatles songs, and when I play mine, they all go away."
Dude, that's cool, bro. Seeing Paul McCartney, that's definitely a bucket list.
It was sick.
Seeing him perform.
It was a trip just seeing him like be able to like, just his presence, I guess, and like it's like you know.
Where was this at, in LA?
Yeah, it was at the Rams Stadium. What's it called?
Oh, okay, SoFi.
Yeah, it was
That's
at SoFi.
sick.
So it was like huge, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
all these people just for this one guy, you know. So I was like, dang. I mean, he had a band, but I was just like trying to picture like the other three there, and I was like, dang, dude, at their peak, they were probably like something else. Like,
Oh,
what the
hell
heck?
yeah.
So yeah, they're like one of my biggest inspirations for like anything, like the Beatles.
Oh,
I'm
for
just
sure, dude. Like
huge fan.
old school Beatles songs for sure would go hard putting in like a film.
Oh yeah, huh? Dang, imagine getting the rights to that. Shoot.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I'm writing something right now. I'm gonna try to direct it, and I'm gonna try to act in it too. I'll see what's up. But it's the whole vibe of the film is like dark wave and like new wave and
Okay.
like goth music and that kind of stuff. So I have like this whole playlist that I listen to while I'm writing, and it's supposed to take place in like a nightclub.
Okay.
So the two settings would be like a nightclub and then like an interrogation room, like
Nice.
a police interrogation room, and it's like it's like a horror movie, but it's also like a mystery, you know.
Okay.
So someone dies in the club, and the two cops, you know, typical good cop bad cop, trying to figure out what's like how that person died, and then basically like all the people that they're interrogating, they're all suspicious and they've all done something sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, do we think it's the red herring who looks like it's obviously that person, or is it like all of them, or is it like you know? So it's kind of like who did what, and like I don't want to spoil it, but like that's pretty much what I'm working with. So yeah, I'm definitely super influenced by like like I'll literally write a scene like and choreograph it in my head to the music and stuff. So yeah, music's just a huge inspiration for me. But yeah, man, what do you think your favorite project is? Well, I mean, probably the new one that you're working on, but what do you think your favorite project is that you've worked on so far?
Like, from like in general or directing.
In general, and then for directing.
Okay. For directing, I did another like video store project. I went to Santa Monica. Shout out to the guys at Synfile. They let me do like a promo video, like a documentary style, and it got into my school's film festival, which was
nice.
pretty cool. That's probably one of my favorite projects I got to direct. It was super fun too. It was pulling up to the video store. Shout out to the guy. It was really chill, laid back. We're just shooting some B-roll. And I guess in general, this one project I did recently, shout out my buddy Kicho, who I've been working heavily with this year. He's my DP for Go to Sleep. He was directing his short film, and I got a chance to be the gaffer or the lighting director. Some people that don't know who a gaffer is, but yeah, it was a really fun project. Just with a bunch of our other friends, and typically on a set, it's always like I want to go home. Like when are we leaving? Like we're doing another setup. Like fuck this. But this project was really fun. Like I walked into the room, everyone's like, "Hey, what's up?" We're all just chill, lay back, just having a good time as we're filming. Like it was just good vibes. It was one of the sets where like, dude, I don't want this to end. I wanna keep on doing this.
That's cool.
And yeah, it's pretty much about this boy and a girl. They kind of take shrooms going to a concert, and so then the guy confesses that he has feelings for the girl.
Oh shoot!
And then unfortunately, the girl kind of like friend zones him.
Dang.
But yeah, I do recommend checking it out. It's really cool.
That's cool. What's it called?
It's called Life's a Trip.
Wow.
It's a really cool short film, and even my buddy Kicho, he was a director. He got a chance to make a cameo. Dang. And it was just good vibes. We filmed at one of his buddies. The first scenes was at his buddy's house, which was really cool. Shout out to him. And then he rented out like this whole studio in like downtown LA, which was like super cool. And yeah, it was just a vibe. We're all just messing around, goofing, just laughing. It was definitely one of my favorite projects I've gotten to be a part of.
Nice, dude. That sounds cool. I want to see it.
Dude, it was fun.
Would you recommend to watch it under the influence? Is it?
I mean, I don't know. Depends what type of influence, dude.
God's influence.
I mean, it'd be cool just to watch it, just like casual.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, we can kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah. What was I gonna say? No, I'm not gonna ask that.
No, go ahead.
Do you? How do I word this? I thought it sounded like a fiend. Do you like to party? I guess, or are you kind of more of like, straight laced kind of guy?
Depends whose party.
I feel that.
If it's like if it's like a random guy, like, or if it's like a random person from my school, like, oh, this person's having a party, like, come through. I'm like, I don't really talk to this guy. For an example, like, this guy was having this party. I've never talked. I know him, but I've never talked to him. Like, we had a class together. I've never talked to him, and I didn't get invited to his party. Someone else invited me. I'm like, dude, like, I don't really talk to this guy. I'm not gonna pull up. It's kind of weird. But I mean, it's many parties that like I know the person very well, or like I'm hosting. Like, it's always gonna be a good time, good vibes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Being people that you actually like, have a good time with.
Yeah, that's cool. I feel
like a family party, even friends parties. It's like I have a good time. But if it's somebody that I don't even really know, I'll be like, nah, I'll just stay home and watch movies or chill.
I feel that. Yeah, I used to like to party, but I'm too old now. No. Nah, I retired from the party scene, but yeah, that's fun. So I think I asked that already. What kind of like, if you could choose a genre, what kind of genre? I asked about film already. Do you have a preferred music genre, or is it more of just like whatever?
I would say like a lot of indie alternative stuff was like one of my go tos, just bumping them as I'm driving or editing. It's like my favorite genres. Yeah.
That's cool. Dang. So you've been doing film for like how long?
I want to say about to be like 4 or 5 years.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
To some extent, but actually being on projects and learning probably like a good 2 years.
Dang, congrats, dude.
Yeah,
That's pretty
dude.
cool.
Thanks.
I've only been doing it. I've only been on like 3 sets, so yeah, I don't have a lot of experience, but I'm grateful for the experience I do have. You know,
Hell yeah.
it's cool, but I think I'm definitely more of a. I was in drama in high school.
Me too, dude.
Yeah. Hey, that's sick.
Yeah.
We did Neighbors for one of our finals. You remember?
Oh, with Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. That's like one of my favorite Seth Rogen movies.
It's pretty good. I was like a minor role. I didn't care though. I was like, yeah.
What
whatever,
character were
I just
you?
wanna pass the class. I played a few characters. I was
okay.
one of the characters that was like I was just a side character, you know.
Mm.
I was like McLovin's character. He's in there.
Oh
He's
yeah,
only in there
yeah,
for a
yeah.
little
He was like in the frat guys. That's cool.
So I was him, and then I played like a guy that was like he like comes up to them and he's like advertising something, and they're like go away or whatever. Like
Okay.
so I played that. Yeah, I didn't really have too many parts, but it was fun. It was fun just so that was kind of my first experience like working with a group of people to like act, you know, for everybody. To be honest, I think I would have done better with like a more intricate role.
Yeah.
But I was in high school and I was like, I'll just do whatever for the class to pass, you know. Like,
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. I originally at first I wanted to be an actor. I got into drama, and like it was in high school. I was in drama. Acting was interesting, but then once I stepped out of high school and I was like, dude, acting's pretty hard.
Yeah.
You need to be pretty fucking good to be an actor. Have at least a decent agent to keep booking you with some auditions. Auditions are freaking scary, dude. I've auditioned on like small projects.
Dang.
And I was like, dude, I can't be an actor. That's why I just stick behind the camera.
Dang.
Yeah.
What's like? How is it? Like, is it actually like how they show it in La La Land? Like, okay, next, or is it like? What's your
Yeah,
experience?
dude. Like my experience, I checked in. I'm like, fuck, dude. I don't want to do this. And then the guy just gives me like the lines. Like, okay, this is what you're gonna be saying. Just read them over, and then when you're done, come into this room. I'm reading them over. I'm like, okay, I gotta say this, say that. I'm like, all right, let's do this. And I was like really nervous. And I walked in like 4 or 5 guys right there. I'm like, oh shit, dude.
Dang.
And then they're fucking recording. And I'm like, fuck. Well, here goes nothing. I'm out here auditioning. And then after the audition, I'm like, dang, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Even though I was like, dude, like this is just like a stupid short. To me, I'm like, fuck this, dude. I'm just sticking behind the camera from now on.
That sounds rough, dude. That sounds like super nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Acting is no joke. And I feel for people because, I mean, I can understand when people audition for my short film, a lot of them were a bit nervous, but I've been in that world of acting where auditioning is no joke. But you kind of want to be friendly to the people auditioning as you can. That way they can kind of just chill and do their thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
hey, do it again.
I was just kind of nervous. I was just nervous, shaking.
Dang.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Kind of make me want to audition. No, it's good.
I hate being an extra too. Oh, it
Yeah.
stopped.
Shoot, man.
We can talk about this, and then we could probably talk about like what's next for your careers, and we could probably end it. Yeah.
That's. I actually have one more question too after.
Oh yeah, go for it, dude.
It's basically that. Yeah.
Like what's next?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Like, so the next the last question I just remembered because you brought that up. So, yeah, we could do this one and then the next one. So, I'll wait till I get back in frame. Those of you who listen to the audio version can hear all this clatter, all this ruckus. All right. So yeah, man. So where do you want to be in like the next 10 years? Like, not necessarily where do you see yourself, but like where do you want to be? You know.
That's interesting. From like a fantasy standpoint.
Or like whatever, like if everything goes perfectly and everything
in a perfect world,
yes.
10 years from now, 10 years from now, I want to have a really nice house in the LA community. I have a family, and yeah, just work on, I would say, like a major production company.
Nice.
And from there, just working with a lot of great people, and yeah, just working from one project to another, always like you're not like, fuck, I just finished this project, like what am I supposed to do now? Like always having like extra like backup work, you know?
Yeah.
Just being like steadily like steady, like, you know, I wouldn't say like have lots of, I mean, yeah, like income, of course. But like always have like a backup plan, like backup gigs, like in a perfect world, like working like in a really great major production company, like let's say like Universal.
Oh, that'd be cool.
From there, you know, you're working for Universal for a couple months, and then your backup plan is, okay, I have this next gig, another production company, for a couple months, and yeah, just doing that. That way you have backup plan, and yeah, a lot of these people they choose their schedule in terms of like not hours, but like they could choose when they want a vacation or not. Like,
that's cool.
I met this guy who was a union worker. He was like on 3 to 4 sets in like a year.
Dang.
And he's like, dude, I made all this money. I'm gonna just take a vacation. I'll come back in a few months. That's kind of like how I view it. Like, yeah, I want to just be on sets. Always make sure that my plans are coming out cool for the next 10 years. Maybe be a director. Hopefully, that'll be cool.
Hey man, you're already there. Shoot.
Yeah.
Be further along the lines, but so I guess in order to get there, man, what's next for you?
That's interesting. That's funny, dude. Yeah, I mean, we still got a long way to go in my life. I'm gonna go to sleep next year. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
I can't wait too, man. I'm looking forward to that day.
From there, I'm gonna direct my second short film. For now, it's untitled, but I've done a few talks with people that I've worked with before, and they're happy to be a part of. Hopefully, to direct that next summer. And then in the background, maybe Go to Sleep could gain some recognition. And yeah, I think just I guess just being active in the industry, you know, just directing my short film, helping on other projects, just building up that resume.
Heck yeah.
That way one day you could just build that credit of like, okay, like this guy could do this and that. Let's bring him on this set. Just having a lot of connections. And yeah, I think that's kind of where I'm at. Just keep on making it as a freelance person. And then from there, hopefully one day could get you into, you know, like a major production. And yeah, I'll graduate in spring.
You're still in school?
Yeah, I'm still in school.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you got a long road ahead of you, man. You're good.
Yeah.
Shoot, you're doing stuff already.
Yeah, I'll graduate in spring. I might do like a master's program.
Nice.
Depends if I get accepted or not. I mean, if I do get accepted, that's like another few years of school. It'll be interesting to have a master's degree, because in that way, I would love to be able to maybe be like a professor one day for film.
That'd be cool.
So I do have like that backup idea of being like a film professor with that degree. But if I don't get in, then I'm just gonna keep on doing what I love, and maybe try to apply again.
Nice, dude.
But yeah, dude, it's been a interesting journey.
It's gonna continue to be more interesting.
Oh, of course.
Well, it's been pretty cool.
Yeah,
having you
dude.
on,
Thanks for having me, bro.
Heck yeah, dude.
That's how we do it.
Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing. It's been Dejavu Radio. Hope you enjoyed and stick around for the next one, I guess, or come back. Thank you, Eric Chavez. Chavez, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.
Peace out, guys. Make sure to check out my YouTube channel, my links. Go to Sleep coming out very soon. Hell yeah.